Hi, I am Prasanta Sahu. I'm an artist and art educator based in Santiniketan, India. I work across mediums like drawing, painting, print, sculpture, and still and moving images. I draw because I want to understand. For me, it is the way to think, learn, and re evaluate how to perceive things beyond the visible or unknown. We remain unaware of things which are very much present silently, that they only become apparent with deeper insight or research. When I revisit a visual object or situation multiple times, every time I see new perspectives to understand and appreciate, which leads to other narratives. I like to analyze and juxtapose these diverse information and standpoints and try to combine them in my work. Hence, my approach towards my subject is always non-linear and open-ended. I will inscribe numbers for different elements or images and then describe these in a reference table like an architectural plan. I enjoy this diagram or user manual like approach in my drawings and paintings. It is a nod towards a documentation methodology and analytical empirical data collection. But these also highlight the ambiguous nature of knowledge, the politics of representation, and truths hidden from mainstream discourse. This approach is rooted in a distant past during my engineering studies, where I spent few years, more than 5 years, doing architectural drawings, elevations plans, machine drawings like that. I come from a family of farmers. My practices allowed me to retell the micro stories of rural life. Based on my experiences and upbringing in a small village in coastal Odisha, I believe in a poetic retelling from an insider's perspective. I spent the first 10 years of my life in this tiny village which can't be located easily on Google Map. Far away from the city, utterly detached from the outer world, especially during the monsoon seasons. My parents and brothers still live there and farm the land. Although I left the village for education and now I lived away for decades, this is an indelible part of my identity. These days, when I look back at my time as a child in the village, running behind my paternal grandfather and helping him in his daily activities, I am reminded of a lot of indigenous practices that were beneficial for the people and for our planet, which is unfortunately lost to the current generations. For me, this ancestral knowledge is precious. The importance of living skills, nature awareness, primitive technology, and wilderness survival. Utilization of fewer natural resources, keeping in mind the total ecology where humans, animals, plants, water bodies can stay healthy together, was not developed overnight. These are collective achievements. These are extremely valuable and need to be appropriately recorded, need to be passed to the future generations as well. In my Kochi project, a section of drawings, I have focused on documenting my memories with my grandfather, who used to make threads from jute manually and used to prepare saddle pouches for the cattle to carry paddy. He had even made our ancestral mud house, a two-storied building, such a wonderful architecture, and witnessing the whole thing building up in front of my eyes was a different experience. He had even made our ancestral mud house a two-storied building, mud architecture that would stay naturally cool in summer and warm in winter days. These memory drawings reconstruct the process of remembering and visually documenting my ancestors' wisdom, which I too may forget soon. The drawing in the drumstick tree and other stories consisted around 150 works on paper and found objects arranged carefully as a large installation, touches upon values of humdrum, symbiotic relationship between humans and non-humans. Some examples included illustrations of greeny leaf vegetables foraged by the village women when they have nothing to eat but which they cook with care and love, or farmers with their livestock. A traditional wooden tool used to make twine for fishing nets. The drawing that lends its name to this installation is that of a drumstick moringa tree carefully tended by farmers' household because every part is edible. For several years, I have interacted with and documented several landless farmers from Amdahara, a village close to Santiniketan. This collaboration resulted in an installation mapping craters, collection of some 60 plaster molds taken directly from the crops through different seasons produced by Lakhiram Hasta, a farmer, along with his traditional farming tools. These are displayed on a rusty iron table like a tray of archaeological specimens in a museum. In tilling lessons, a video used the interview format of newsreels interspersed with a recording of myself relearning how to till the soil. I created a visual disturbance by placing the video behind half open window blinds, combined with the farmer's unrecognizable, slowed down, distorted voices. The work counteracts the simple logic of documentary reality, highlighting the subaltern and the considerable absence of knowledge and sympathy that stem from us who encounter the other through mediated reality. Teaching in a premier art institution of the country, Kalabhavana in Santiniketan, while a privilege, is also a learning process for me. I feel myself a teacher and a student at the same time, and for me, teaching is a give and take. I do enjoy spending time with the younger generation and discovering new horizons together.